Going into Otis's, the new Otis's 3-star. First skill, 1 coin, decent. Don't get the values here. In a clash, the opponent has reduced clash power. On hit, inflict paralyze next turn. Sorry? Sorry, 1 second. They just have reduced clash power, just like naturally when fighting. So this is gonna be a really good 1 cost then, right? It's gonna be just a decently good 1 cost ability. Very good then. I'd like that. Green, or yellow, and orange. So what is that? Gluttony, sloth, lust. Very good. And then skill 2, in a clash, the opponent has reduced clash power. So in all of them here, the opponent has reduced clash power. So it will just be easier to win the clashes. So just note that down. I guess that's pretty good. And then the 2 skill, or skill 2, on hit, inflict rupture, and then inflict defense level down. I find defense level down kind of useless for the most part. It's not actually useless, but it's like not super useful. And then rupture. Do we know what rupture does? No, yeah. They use a weird color for rupture. I think rupture is the one where they, on the next hit they take damage. I think so. But that's fine. You're mainly actually just here for the reduced clash power. That's probably the only like decent part about this. And then skill 3 in the clash runners, on hit rather. It's all on hit. That's also really good. On hit, inflict offense level down, which is actually pretty good. And then on hit, deal bonus slash damage proportional to damage dealt, and inflict weakness analyzed, which then what that does is a random endure or normal resistance is weakened, plus 0.2 to damage multiplier for 1 turn. Oh, okay. Are you going to be told what it is, or you just have to have to guess? I hope you are told when you you inflict the weakness analyzed. It tells you which of these sins will now do more damage. Essentially, I hope it does tell you that. If it doesn't, that'll be kind of useless. That's kind of okay. He's a 2 smash 1 slash. My favorite motto of all: 2 smash 1 slash. A defensive, when used, gain haste and defense power up next turn. So you actually might want to use his defense from time to time just to get haste, really, if you want to have him go first or faster. Do we see his speed here? Do we have a speed something anywhere? No speed. First passive, when attacking a target with a damage type, the target is weak or fatal to, deal more damage. Or attack type. Is that for weakness analyzed, Lariel? Are you talking about in terms of it'll do it for the attack types like smash, pierce, and slash? It'll do it for those things. Really? Random endure or normal weakness. Okay, if it does, that's cool. But okay, fair enough. But grasping vulnerabilities, his first passive. It doesn't tell you what you need, but unfortunately, can't. I'm assuming it will need like 2 sloth maybe. Or 2 gluttony. But when attacking a target with a damage type, the target is weak or fatal to, deal more damage. So you just deal more damage to things that you are countering. So using Outis's skills, you're looking to more so actually just like match colors to the correct thing instead of actually use the like the on hit effects of the abilities is what I'm getting from all this. You're looking to just match the colors up correctly. If they're weak to sloth, use the sloth one. If they're weak to lust, use the lust one. If they're weak to gluttony, use the gluttony one, because that's kind of like you already have the opponent has reduced clash power in the clash, so that's naturally going to be to your advantage. And then you deal more damage if they're weak or fatal to it, so that's incredible. And then obviously if you have the weakness analyzed, it could also be very good. And then the support passive, 1 ally with a high speed deals more damage when attacking a type that the target is weak or fatal to. To be quite frank though, having this Outis as like a support passive would probably be also incredibly good. Maybe not even using them as like a main, because they, like, other than the fact that they'll probably win more of their clashes more often than not, they don't do much. Like rupture is like good but not that great. Defense level down, it only really works if they're defending, if the enemy is actually defending, which they don't do that often. It's like 1 in every 10 abilities defends. So you're either doing this just for the weakness analyzed or the support passive, which, to be quite frank with you, I don't really mind that. She looks fucking great, so I'd probably get this character or try to get this character just for the looks. But yeah, I think this looks great. I'm definitely not an overpowered character, but I wouldn't call them underpowered in any stretch of the way. They're probably like in the S minus. Somewhere around there, like probably maybe high A plus to S minus tier, in my opinion, somewhere around there. Just because almost it depends on how much you reduce the clash power by. Really, that's pretty much the big one. How much do you reduce the clash power by? And also, how many paralyze? It's all about how much, I guess, is what I'm saying, I guess, as the final note, is how much of what she's doing is being done. Because if it's like reduced clash power by like 5, you're fucking winning every clash. If it's reduced clash power by one or two, then it's like fairly balanced. I'd say that's pretty reasonable because the enemy has to decimate you, like dominate you in terms of you have to lose all your coins and he has to win all these coins for you to lose. So yeah, that's and also then the raw value of your own abilities. Like if this is like a fucking a 3 with a +4 up to a 7, that's pretty fucking dog shit as well. So it all depends on those things. I wish they did actually show those values, but I guess that would maybe be a bit too much information. But yeah, still give the character like an S- rating. We'll take a look at the telepole ego after the character. Next character is Hong Lu from the Lear Section 5, which is the fire build, or the fire team. I think we have Lear Section Gregor and Mersault right now. I think there might be one more. I'm not sure. I could actually just check right here. Where are the Lear Section guys? Yeah, you have just Gregor and Mersault. So this is adding a bit more to the fire team. And so fire is burn is the build here. So skill 1, warm up. When use, heal SP. So that's quite cool. On hit, inflict burn. No matter hit, you got 2 hits, so you can inflict 2 burn, which is quite nice. It's a fine skill. It's also gloom, which is interesting. Fair enough though. Skill 2, 2 coins. On hit, inflict burn. If the target already has burn, inflict more. Fair enough. On hit, inflict more burn count on the second coin, that is, and inflict even more when the user's SP is above a certain amount. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Now we're getting into the burn characters. See? There we go. Now, if you try to do a burn build probably before this character, you're probably not going to have a good time. But with this character, Hong Lu, man, you might be able to do a fairly good burn build because it's the burn count that is really hard to sustain in Limbus. Because there's not much burn count increases. You can apply burn and have multiple stacks of burn, but it's the burn count that needs to be increased a lot more. So this is pretty good, and you have a way to do it, and with the heal SP, and then also you can go with an SP build where, you know, you have like high SP regeneration through egos and whatnot. That would be kind of cool there. But let's get through skill 3. 2 coin, very good. On hit, inflict burn. If the target already has burn, inflict burn count. So increases your, if they already are burning, more burn count, which is very good. And then on the last coin, head hit, heal SP. And then on hit, if the target has a certain amount of burn count, raise stagger threshold by a portion of damage dealt. So he kind of has a pseudo tremor effect, which is quite good. Actually pretty good. This guy's, Hong Lu, man, is going to come in clutch for the, just through his skills alone, he's going to come in clutch for a burn team. If you're running the whole Lear section comboed with like some of the R-Corp characters, I believe some of them are burn, or some of them have burn stigmas. Not stigmas, sorry, my apologies, that's Honkai. Burn egos. Or even if you're running any of the battle pass egos, you could probably run that as well with some burn and whatnot and have like pretty good burn value. So the burn team is coming along nicely, much like how the Kurikumo whole bleed thing is very good at the start. I think burn might come in clutch and might become good. Maybe not as good as bleed, but become good with Hong Lu coming out. Now going to the defense, he just guards. There's no actual special effect to it. First passive, above a certain amount of SP, inflict more burn count with the effects of attack skills and coins. That is good, actually. All Hong Lu are good. To be quite frank with you, you can tell who their favorite character is. All the Hong Lu guys, all the Hong Lu identities are extremely powerful. But this passive is actually pretty good. You know, again, SP dependency. I'm assuming it's going to have Wrath, as it's like, you know, get 2 to 3, get Wrath Resonance, or 3 Wrath Resonance, or whatever it is. But inflict more burn count with the effect of attack skills / coins. Again, it depends on the specifics of it, but regardless, it's really good, actually. More burn equals more burn, and if you do more burn, you burn more and more burning, right? Burn. And then support passive, one ally with the highest SP inflicts more burn count with the effects of attacks and skill coins. It's just, you probably wouldn't use him as a support. He's probably going to be a very integral part of a burn team until further notice. Overall, pretty good. I like this guy. Very good. I think he's quite a crucial thing to the burn team. He's a 2-star as well. I feel like the 2-star characters are very crucial to certain things. Um, like Honglu Kurakumo is very crucial to a bleed team in my opinion. And then Honglu, typically maybe the Honglu characters are crucial, but very good Honglu, very very good. If I get him, I might even try to do a burn team. Give that a go in the next mirror dungeons when we attempt them. But then the last thing that we have to read is the Ego. This is Faust Telepole, which is going to play alongside him, I guess, the other Telepole Egos, which is to do with charge. Now, going into this one. So just by itself, Ego Awakening skill is 1 coin, Telepole. On hit, inflict paralyze, and then on hit, gain charge count. And then on head hit, apply Envy power up and haste to random allies next turn. It's probably going to tell you how many allies and the level of the power up and the haste when it's released, or the closer we are to the release. And also the charge count, I hope. But it is just on hit to the charge count and the paralyze, which is actually really good. Paralyze is one of the better buffs, or one of the better debuffs, sorry, my apologies, in the game. And charge count in a charge team, very good as well. Now, there is, I believe, W Corp Faust, this will probably be her one. Because I think she's a W Corp Faust, because she requires charge, and this is going to be better for her. It doesn't give charge to any other ally, so it's not like Don Quixote's Telepole. So bear that in mind. As for the Ego Corrosion, you just get a tail hit, inflict paralysis, and bind on random units next turn. Random units means anyone on the field. It could be yours, it could be theirs, who knows. Also targets are random indiscriminately, so same thing, just slightly more risky. And then the Ego passive, while this unit has charge, deal more damage based on the amount of charge count. Skills spend less charge count. Yeah, it's quite alright. Just more damage based on how much charge you have. Charge can go up to 20, so, you know, there is a cap on it, but it's right. The passive makes her usable. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that she wasn't usable, but if she does become usable with this, then fair enough. You just deal more damage. I guess, is that what she's lacking? Damage? And then I guess it's the skill spend less charge. I'm assuming that's what makes her more like usable, is the spending less charge count. It depends on by how much, right? It really just depends on how much. But even if it's 1, I guess that's pretty useful, because I don't think anyone spends more than that. Well, maybe they do. I'm not sure about W Corp Faust. I don't have a. Or maybe I do. I'm not sure. But if you are running a charge build, and if you are running W Corp, and you are running the charge characters, then this is great. This is going to be a fine one for you. Where is its requirements? It doesn't tell you its requirements in terms of the sins, right? Let me go back into the. I assume they're all the same, right? It doesn't. It's kind of hard to gauge. I'd assume it obviously needs some lust, or what? What's this one again? Envy? What's purple? I forgot what purple is. I'm assuming it needs purple. And I can't make any assumptions. Maybe if we take a look at W Corp Faust really quickly, just before we go into the team builder here that I want to take a look at. If I can even find W Corp Faust. Hello? Here we are. It might need some of these ones. It might need some of these ones. So probably honestly, it seems like it'll be good for this one. So yeah. Everything coming, pretty good. I'd say pretty good. I'm more excited about the Honglu than I am anything else. I'm also excited to see the values of this one, because I want them to include a bit more information. I like it when devs include a bit more information. I don't know why. Like, let people theorize, let people theory craft. If you're gonna leak it like a week before its release, then you might as well just tell us everything instead of telling us half of it. So, because the value of a lot of the things being said here is like very important. How much does it reduce? How much does it take away? How much does it boost? How much does it give? So, I'd say try to give a bit more information, Limbus, maybe. And that's about it. That's all I'd want from That's all I'd want from this more so, but that's fine. Similar to Don Telepole Ego. I'd say it probably would be, yeah. I'd say it'd be somewhere like this is what's her faces, right? These are the stats that W Corp Faust is, right? And so yeah, it'd probably be the same, maybe just a different order, right? It would probably be like, let's say 3-1-1 or something. It'll be just like a different order, I'd say, of them. Yeah, something like that, right? something like that. And as at the end of this little video X section, I want to point out the little Pride team builder for Limbus Company, because recently they did it for HSR, and they also decided to do it for Limbus Company, which it is slightly more useful for Limbus Company. I'll be absolutely honest with everyone. It is slightly more useful for Limbus, as there are a few more things that are like objective in Limbus, and you can come to an objective conclusion as to what is a better team. And yeah, they have a team builder, so that for those who are struggling to make a team, just come to pridewin.gg, the Limbus Company section. They got a team builder, and you can kind of slap together a team and see what they need. So you can slap together all the Kurakumo characters and see that they all have lust and pride, and it tells you how much of each one that you have up here in terms of generation. You know, you can slap someone else on here. Like I did one earlier, not earlier, sorry, I did one yesterday. I put together a team. I can't remember exactly what I put in, but the Kurakumo characters comboed with, I think it was N-Corp Faust, the one who grips, and I think it was Rodion. I think I put this team together, and I was like, you know what, this is probably a pretty good team, because they all have lust and pride. I have a bit of envy, a bit of wrath. I could do without the envy, but, you know, the one who grips Faust is very strong. So if you need to, you know, come to certain conclusions about certain things, if you want to put together certain teams, like all the Blade lineage characters have, you know, wrath and pride as well. You know, then a bit of discrepancy here and there. All of G Corp has gluttony and sloth. And so yeah, I do all of W Corp. All of W Corp has W Corp. All of W Corp has envy, gloom, pride, envy, gloom, wrath, gloom, envy, sloth. So you were wrong there, Lariel. They do not have the same there. They are not all the same. But they are similar enough. I don't think like one corporation will all have the same one. That's W Corp. And yeah, you can come in here, and with the characters that you have available to you, you can kind of put it together and see what you can make. Here's one that has all the same. She section. There you go. I don't know what they do, but she section has all the same. Wrath, envy, lust, wrath, envy, lust, wrath, envy, lust. There it is. And yeah, that's just a small thing that I want to showcase, because it is quite good. Unlike how it was for HSR, where it's kind of subjective because you have stat management and statistical analysis that you have to do. Here, you can actually come to a pretty objective conclusion as to what is a good team, because as you can see, these three characters together will be extremely good, as you have a 6th generation of all, like 3 of these things. Now the goal is to now find, you know, 2 more characters that share the same thing, you know. Let's try this one. Oh, that's pretty close. You have Sloth and, no, it's not, sorry, it's Wrath only similarity. I got my colors mixed up. You try this one, not quite. You try this one. Oh, we have a bit of a match here. We have Lust and Wrath. Oh, and maybe we can do something about that. Then we chuck this guy in. Oh, very similar. So you can do something like that. And it's all about, you know, color matching in this game, essentially. And so, yeah, I just wanted to make a small video talking about the characters that are coming in this Thursday. What is it? April 6th. And then also showcase the little Pridewin team builder